What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. Y'all hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. So, yeah, man. Chris Brown. So, Chris Brown has come out and he spoke out and he feels like he's been wrong throughout his career. He's being judged for one mistake. And he wants everybody to feel a way, well, to I guess, be on his side due to the fact that the NBA did not allow him to participate in the celebrity all-star game, right? And so he like, yo, they wrong. He want everybody to know he's being wronged, right? And I see a nice amount of people coming up in his defense. Y'all judging Chris from when he was a young kid. This is wrong. This is wrong. Stop judging him. Y'all, I'm gonna be for real. I really don't care about Chris Brown being able to perform in a celebrity all-star game, dog. I don't really feel no sympathy about nothing like that. I don't really be like, oh my God, let him do it. Just let him come and perform. Just let him come and play in the game. I don't care, dog. Furthermore, it's more interesting angle that I want to take to this. Chris is like, yo, they still judging me, and all his fans are they judging him for that one mistake. Now people make mistakes. Let him go past this. Man, Chris, this is really Chris karma. Chris has done things outside of the beating of assaulting Rihanna. He's done things like beyond that, after that would warrant people to look at him sideways, right? One, Chris, I remember he was stalking Karrueche, being possessive over her. I mean, like trying to be going all on Victor Cruz's account, being obnoxious to him on his Twitter account, basically harassing Victor Cruz, and he was dating Karrueche, trying to talk about him, clown him out. I remember when him and Karrueche was splitting up, and he went to threaten her. He would start talking about how she was on planes with Drake and threesomes and all of that, wanted to out all of her business because she didn't want to be with him no more, right? Clowning her out, going off the rail anytime he heard she was talking to anybody. I'm like, yo, bro, Chris is an unhinged individual. He was grown as hell doing this shit, older than me, and that's some shit I would never do, right? Another thing, he's a known colorist, all right? Chris is and I'm gonna be for real, allegedly, I think Chris be dabbling in the drug play a lot, often, but I'm gonna just take it back to the Karrueche situation. Like, look at that. Chris is out here, he got a problem. You know what I mean? Always, again, possessive over that woman. And I just remember he was all on Victor Cruz's account, talking crazy, acting like he owned that woman and all of that. And I'm like, bro, knock it off. You like threatening to beat men up, threatening to fight men about like Karrueche's new men and shit. Like just real wild shit, And then I remember he was like, oh, he tried to lie and say his account got hacked when everybody was saying, yo, it's clowned out. His account didn't get hacked. Chris just didn't want to own up to the fact that he was out here willing to crash out about this woman who no longer wanted him, right? Then let me get to the fact that, like, Chris is I always thought this was corny. Chris is a man who wants credibility as a gang member. Like, he, in his adult years, allegedly joined a gang, and want to be known as his big time blood when you were a performing artist, a multi-platinum, mega $1 million performing artist, and want to be known as a gang member, want gang affiliations, want to stand around with fruit pie rules and all of that shit, and you grown as hell and you was not raised in that life. You went out to LA as a young man and you found something that you thought was cool, that you thought the hoes would gravitate to, being in a gang. You joined that, you know what I mean, for a look, for an image, because you wanted to be a part of something. And still be out here throwing up blood, talking about you blood. NBA don't want no affiliation with that shit on their name. You know what I mean? And I know some people gonna be like, well, it's NBA players that be doing, and they got on the NBA players before for throwing up blood and stuff like that, like J.R. Smith and all them, right? I remember when they thought Paul Pierce was doing something that's a gang sign type stuff, right? So yeah, Chris has done other things that has warranted the NBA not to want to rock with him. Childish gang affiliations, trying to be a street dude, trying to have street credibility when there's no need to do that, stalking women, all it like just being overly aggressively like when you about a woman that's no longer yours, you know, fighting in the club with Drake and stuff back in the day, all that type of stuff, just wilding out. But in general, just even a gang affiliation part, like I don't feel sorry for that. I don't. Like, it ain't like they stopping him from making no money. They ain't stopping him from, like, going overseas, going touring. Nobody's stopping him from feeding his family. They just don't want you a part of the All-Star game, brother. Tough titty. Like, what? Like, but for real. And what's crazy is that, women will defend Chris Brown more than any. They will defend, when it comes to Chris Brown, they will defend domestic abuse or like domestic violence more than any person I've ever seen, right? You got women in reference to the situation with Rihanna. Women are out here saying shit like, Rihanna started it, Chris finished it. I'm like, are you serious, bro? Are you serious, dog? No, fam. If that was Bow Wow, nobody would be on Bow Wow's side. Because everybody universally be trying to agree that Bow Wow's corny and all that. When Chris do more corny shit than Bow Wow, he do more corny shit than Bow Wow and get absolved from it because the women love him. Like, women let Chris do whatever he want to do. Nobody holds him accountable. And they always want people to be marching like we marching for Nelson Mandela, or we marching for Malcolm X or Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. when he get into some trouble. I'm not doing it, bro. For real. He don't want to be Martin Luther King. He want to be goddamn Tookie Williams. He want to be Big Blood. Tookie Williams is a Crip. But yeah, he want to be goddamn super thug. So, bro, no, I'm not taking a goddamn picket sign and marching around for Chris Brown. No, but a lot of his women fans be wanting everybody to feel sorry for him in every situation, at every turn. And I don't understand it too, because like I said, Chris is known to be a known colorist. You know what I'm saying? And stalking the women, all that crazy shit. He's even bragged about it in songs. What's that song? What do you say? He would sneak out your bushes. Like, and then people say stuff in songs, but that's who Chris really is. Hiding in the woman bushes, ready to assault the dude that she with, ready to blow up her phone, bust out her windows if she don't want to be with him. He got a lot of immature, crazy ways. And if he wasn't a celebrity, we would say he clowned out. We would say he was cornball. We would say he lame. But because it's Chris Brown, he just get all these excuses. Bro, again, not being able to participate in the All-Star game is not the end of the world. And I'm not finna get on here and act like it is. I'm not. But you should have seen his women fan base. They all on Facebook. Even the friends I went to high school with, they out here, man, Chris getting wrongfully done. Man, Chris be doing shit as an adult that he should have been stopped doing. I wasn't doing shit like Chris was doing at 25. I'm 31. 24, 23, I wasn't doing the silly shit he do. I don't care if he famous. He live a different life. His ass better grow the fuck up. You hear me? Because the world don't be caring about that you Chris Brown and you a celebrity and this girl hurt your feelings and now you want to act a goddamn fool. Right? And yeah, women will make up excuses for domestic violence and like none other when it come to Chris. They won't even let Future get away with nothing like that at all. But let Chris go, oh, we can't, he was young. Hey man, listen man, look, if for everything that you do is a consequence to it. And again, they're not stopping the brother from getting no money. He's able to go and still feed his family, feed his children, able to perform, still making music. Hey, you can't play at the All-Star game tough titty. Machiavelli Mills TV, I'm out. Peace.